Hi, this is Trevor Lane with a little short YouTube on how to fix your lightning cable so it'll last as long as your iPhone. I'm kind of upset having to replace these all the time, especially third-party ones that don't have a good connection right there. The Apples are better, but they fall apart as well. So there's a lot of good YouTubes on how to do this with shrink wrap, but I have a little twist that I use, and I'm going to show it to you. So you know that. Can try it if you want to. I use 1/4 inch shrink wrap. So I'll cut it to about 1.25 inches, but I'm going to cut 2 of them. Okay. So here I go, about 1.25 inches. I'll slip both of them over the lightning connector. Okay. Now if you shrink this with the flame like you see behind it, it'll shrink tight here, but the 1/4 inch won't get very tight on this wire. It'll leave a little air hole, and then when you tug on it, it pretty much won't keep the wire from getting pulled out. Here's one, and you can see that it is shrunk up to the wire, but there's a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that, air space. So it's not going to keep that wire snug. So what do? Well, I like the large size. Here's some GE silicone. This is the good stuff that dries in 30 minutes. I prefer that because you can use your cord right after that amount of time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this up so you can see the wire. And I'm going to get a nice soft piece of this. So this is really soft coming out of here. And I'm going to put a little silicone on that wire. Just about that much. Okay. And then I'll take my finger and kind of rub it around. Okay. Then what do I do next? Have a bunch of paper ready to wipe the excess off. Scooch this down. As you're doing that, take your finger and rub it along the wire even more. Scooch it down. Rub it on the wire. So you can clean the excess off, but make just, so you have about 2 millimeters of the original connector showing that. So if you have a tight case, it won't get in the way of that shrink wrap. Then go away and shrink this stuff. Now remember, I slipped 2 pieces on, so I can do the other side. And I'm only going to show you one side because you do the other one the same way. Make this YouTube a little shorter, save ourselves some time. So as you can see, I'm rotating this. I'm not touching the flame, and it's going to squish down. So I start near the connector as well. It squishes down on this silicone, forcing it out the rear. Now that silicone is going to fill in. See, it's coming out in a little ball there, and I'll just take that off with my finger. How about that? Well, it's kind of hot. But if you're fast enough, that you can still do it. Use gloves, as you can see. Don't want to burn yourself. Or some tool to get it off of there. But you see, now I've got a silicone layer. That's good and snug. When that silicone cures, I can tug on that cable or trip over it, what have you. You know, just let a teenager have it for a while and you'll see what can happen to it. And this thing's going to last many times longer than the original. I don't know how many times longer, but let's just say you won't be as upset as when you replaced your last cable. Good luck. Be careful with fire, and have fun with your new cable.